Hi everyone! I know I haven't posted a video in a while, but I promise you I am working on some stuff and I really think you're going to enjoy it. But I have a problem. I've been a bit distracted because my problem is I'm addicted to reading. So I wanted to bring something new to my channel. I'm actually going to be posting some book-related videos, and the first one I want to show is why I've been so distracted recently. It's my book haul from August. Okay, so I'm gonna first show you what I got from Amazon this month because I love some of the deals they have, and most of these books were about 50% off the regular price. So I got way too excited. The first was The Darkest Part of the Forest by Holly Black. I haven't read a lot of Holly Black, but this sounded so interesting I just had to pick it up. I saw a lot of descriptions about it, and I've heard so many good things that I just had to grab it. The second book I got was Seraphina and the Black Cloak by Robert Beatty. This is a middle grade book, but it's based at the Vanderbilt Mansion, and it's a little fantasy, and it's just so interesting, and the book trailer was gorgeous. I only saw, and every description I read was just fantastic, so I had to pick this up. I have finished this book. It was a really quick read, about a day for me, and I loved it. It was just very entrancing. It was the kind of story that draws you in and makes you want to keep on reading. The third book I got from Amazon was The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. I've read this book many, many times, and I have it on my Kindle, but I've never owned it in a physical copy, and I just really love the story, and I've seen the movies. I think every movie ever based on this book. And so I just really wanted to be able to hold the book and read it, and I just love this cover. The fourth book I got from Amazon was A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. This is a book series. I've heard a lot about it. I think I've seen the movie based on this book, and it just sounded so fascinating, and the cover is just so gorgeous that I wanted to pick up a copy of my own. I also picked up some books from Barnes & Noble. Now, I was on the Barnes & Noble website for their summer clearance event, I think, so a couple of these books were only about $3, which was really fantastic. The first book I got from BarnesandNoble.com was Doll Bones by Holly Black. I really wanted to read this book for a while. It sounded so interesting, so I picked up a copy, and I'm actually in the middle of this book now, and I can't wait to get back to reading it. The second book I got from BarnesandNoble.com was Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton. Now, I've seen every single one of these movies, and I've always known there was a book that the first movie was based on and the whole series after that, but I've never read it, and it just looks so interesting. This is the 25th anniversary edition paper copy, mass market, and I'm really excited to start reading this soon. I don't know exactly when I'll get to, but I can't wait to pick it up because I know I won't be able to put it down. The third book is Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I've seen the movie of this, and I knew there was a book out there, but I never picked it up. And usually when I see a film and I know it's based on a book, I just have to grab it. And when I finally found this copy, I knew it was mine. It's just so wonderful, and I've only ever heard wonderful things about this author, so I'm really excited to start reading his work. The next book I picked up was The Silkworm by Robert Galbraith. This is part of the Cormoran Strike series. They're mystery books. If you don't know, J.K. Rowling is the same person as Robert Galbraith. She's just writing it under a different name. These are a detective series, a mystery series, and I'm actually really enjoying this genre. I haven't read a lot in it before, but I loved how the first one was written. So this is the first one, The Cuckoo's Calling, and the cover is very lovely. I got this one as a present, and when I finished this one, I had to pick up the next one because I really need to finish this one before the third one comes out. And I'm really enjoying the series. Both the books sounded so interesting, and I just really needed to read them. And I love that the covers and the sizes of the books match if you get them both in the hardback edition. They just look so pretty side by side on my shelf. The next book I picked up was H.P. Lovecraft's Great Tales of Horror. This is the Barnes & Noble edition. I got this for about $3. It's hardback, and it has many of his stories in it. So this is a collection of stories, and I've always wanted to read H.P. Lovecraft. I'm really into the genre. I love horror. I've seen parts of his work and like snippets, and I enjoy the read, so I'm really looking forward to perusing this book. The next book I picked up was The Greatest Adventures of Sherlock Holmes by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. This is, I believe, the complete collection. This is Barnes & Noble edition. I also got this for about $3. Included in this edition are the novels A Study in Scarlet, The Sign of the Four, The Hound of the Baskervilles, The Valley of Fear, and 44 short stories. I believe I've read every single Sherlock Holmes story available before, but I still love it. I've seen the films, I watched Sherlock on the BBC. I really love Sherlock Holmes. It's the mystery, it's the intrigue, it's the way Sir Arthur Conan Doyle writes this character. He's just fantastic. And even though I've read all these before, I never had the physical copy like this with every single story. I believe I have most of them digitally as well on my Kindle, but I never tire of picking up Sherlock Holmes when I just really want to read one of these stories, and I can just pick a short story or one of the novels, and I'm immersed in that landscape and just the mind of Sherlock Holmes, and I love picking them up. I'm probably not going to read this all the way through, but when the mood strikes, I can just pick up this book and read some Sherlock Holmes, and that's just a fantastic feeling. So the last book I got from Barnes & Noble was The Museum of Extraordinary Things by Alice Hoffman. And I've read things from her before. I've actually read Practical Magic as well. This was the basis of the movie Practical Magic with Nicole Kidman and Sandra Bullock. And I really loved the films, so I really wanted to pick up this book, and I enjoyed it, so I really wanted to give this story a shot. Every time I read a review on the Museum of Extraordinary Things, or I read the synopsis, I was just drawn in and I really wanted to read this story. Now, I'm really disappointed in barnesandnoble.com about this book, because when I opened the box with it in it, several of the pages were just really damaged. It's not affecting any of the words, but a good chunk of the books have these torn edges. And I love collecting books, and the fact that I received this damaged is just really disappointing. So that might affect how I order in the future, or I probably will just go to the store and pick up the books just so I can make sure that they look the way I want. But that doesn't affect me really wanting to read the story. So I'm really excited to dig into this. I think I might be reading this book next after Doll Bones, and I'm just so excited. It sounds really good. And I'm still going to do my craft videos as well, so you guys don't have to worry about that. But let's see. Do you think that I can hold all of the books in one shot? Can you see them? Okay, guys, so this was my book haul for August, and I'm gonna have another craft video out for you. It should be done in the next few days, so it might go out by the end of this week, and I'm so excited to show you what I've made. Please stick around next time. Bye!